Hello, welcome back. Last time my run died, and death in Magic Tower games is a slow process without a clear cause. So whatever fatal mistake I made will not be known. However, I've had some time to think about how to handle this situation. I'm kind of glad it came up actually because, again, this is part of Magic Tower gameplay that I am happy to have represented here. So, I have checkpoints of sorts that show how well I did at the end of each level. But at the end of last time I said I might restart Homeland. I'm thinking I don't want to do that, at least right now. So this attempt at a run will give me points of comparison that I can check against. I'm trying to determine when I step on a checkpoint, does it overwrite all previous saves at that checkpoint? Surely not. There should be another collected bronze shield in here. But is there? Maybe it does. So warehouse, or might spill. Okay, so that's how you delete a save. Make it a checkpoint save, huh? Okay, so what I probably want to do then... That complicates things. Let's take a moment. Let's see here. All the autosaves that were made, I want them at consistent points so that I can get a direct point of comparison. That's on beginning, that's on keg puzzle, leaving warehouse. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, restore this. I'm just at some indeterminate point, that's okay. Dead run, warehouse, end. Checkpoint. So that's a save that will stick around. Now let's do on the same dead run, whatever's just prior to warehouse, that'd be forge. Right here. Dead run, forge, and checkpoint. Just prior to forge. Is that already Fulvesco Forest? Yeah. Now that save... This is essentially good enough, but just for extra clarity. Because nothing happened between here and the end. I am going to walk all the way down here and set down a new one. Dead run, Fulvesco Forest, and checkpoint. Is that how I've been writing these? Something like that. And as far as Homeland goes, like, honestly, I feel like my Homeland run was pretty good. Like I said, maybe it could be better, but I don't think it needs to be. Where I think there is the most room for improvement in this entire dead run, from, like, beginning to where it died, is gonna be an accessory use, because it was a consistent thing that I kept... Well, for one thing, I kept miscounting door costs. I don't think I made any suboptimal decisions specifically because of that, but there could have been some small ones I didn't notice. But I kept forgetting how accessories worked and forgetting to look for opportunities to use them. So first thing I want to do today is go to the beginning of Fulvesco Forest on what I believe is a good run. Let's see, so right here would be appropriate enough. Treasure Crypt route. This is the same run. Leaving Homeland. 95% blah blah blah. So, from the default state of this, with an invisibility potion in my pocket, doing this room the normal way results in doing all of these fights and then the rock giant costing 300. I forget how much these cost. Certainly less than 680. I remember this room just not being all that expensive. It's honestly fine to just do this without the potion. So I want to look hard for another place where using the potion would be especially beneficial. Now, this is the big prize. This is what I would like to get as early as I possibly could. A major thing that stands in my way is this blue door, so could I invisible my way through this room? What happens if I invisible through this? Does ice just, like, drop the gel babies? Those are tar babies. The tar babies? But, like, how expensive even was this room? I can't see the numbers at the time that I went through it, but okay, so blue key room, definitely a strong candidate. Just the highest value thing I could skip with invisibility to get here as quick as I can. I remember, no, this isn't what I was thinking of. I'm thinking of another level. This room, hold on, so is there not another... Okay, so here's a blue gate. A 6 and a 2. Like, this is a candidate. I think it's a poor one, though. This room. This might be one to invisible through. From where I'm standing, this doesn't look that expensive, though. Okay, I may need to set down saves at each of these places on an otherwise optimally played route and try out invisibling through each one. Is there anything else here that stands out to me as being especially pinchy? I always have trouble getting a hold of this gem, I remember. But that's just a 2 defense. I have 0 green keys. So I wonder if... Okay, let's run another query before committing to any one thing. I want to restore to here. What green doors did I open here that I may have been able to avoid? What's this one? Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the beginning of... Oh boy, how will I even do that? Warehouse, no. It's not the level I want. Alaska Forest, Homeland. I need to go all the way back, don't I? How far back is all the way back? As far as Forest, Homeland, all the way back is... Actually, no, I just want to literally go to the beginning of Homeland. Chapter 1 start, sure, this'll do. So, where are green doors? And do I spot any that are likely to be skippable? Because green keys consistently have been... Okay, yeah, so let's just find what is a green door that's officially optional. Assuming I want all stats, I will not count this one as optional. That is not an assumption I want to challenge right at this moment. Did I open this door? I hope not. But I may have. I think I would prefer opening those 3. Questionable, though. Alright, so check 3S3E in the real route. I definitely would have opened this, and that's required, I think. Would have opened both of those, and I wonder. What if I saved a blue key here? Well, I'd be down 10 defense, or 10 attack. I don't think either of those is a good idea. This is required. This is required. And if I want the stats, this is required. So the one that I may have been able to avoid would have been traded for spending 3 yellow keys instead. Which way did I go in that? Oh boy. This is always so hard to find. So yeah, what did I do in 3S2E or whatever it was? I did open this door. Do I want to reroute everything, but open those instead of this? Yeah, maybe. So going into the next level with 3 fewer yellow keys, 1 more green key, just because of the way evaluations work out, Well, let's take a look, though, at the idea of doing that. How do I get where I want to be? I need to set down some new saves just to have them at the top of the list so I can get where I want to be quicker. So restore to here.
Who are you? Oh, don't mind me.
I will not mind you. Okay. Wait, 5? Why did I see 7 when I was looking a second ago? Does it cost 2 to get into the treasure crypt? No, it costs Greckles. 5? Hold on, there's an incongruity. Why was I just seeing 7? Where was I? What save did I even load? It was... I thought... Whoa, this is surprisingly hard. Was it not this one? 7. Explored. Hold on, 1 out of 27. Yeah, that'll just tell me in the whole hold. Right, I do have a secret count. Why in this save do I have 7 yellow keys? Is this because this is the bad save where I don't... This is the bad save where I don't have the Greckles to get actually in here. Ah, no, it's these 2 doors. The Greckles were gotten from elsewhere. Okay, so there's a 2 yellow key tax, so I'd actually be at 3... No. 2 yellows, 1 green. Ooh. 2 doesn't sound so good. Would I trade 3 of these for one of those? And also considering the time cost that would involve. Well, okay, let's look at it this way. Dead Run, Forest, and... Let's make this shorter. I can't double-click a word to highlight it in this text editor. Dead Run, Forest, and I had 4 yellow keys. And what did I open that I think is optional? It's going to be hard to tell because I can't see what was inside each one. Now, this had a big health in it. So theoretically, I could have 1 yellow, 1 green now, or... So just looking at doors opened. I mean, that's non-optional, that's required. Is this optional green door? With a 2000. Those 2 optional yellow doors had a 2000 next to them. So at the very least, I wouldn't trade 3 yellows in Homeland for a green just in order to open this door when I can get an equivalent with 2 yellows here. Just slightly later, and the later wasn't a problem. Those had stats in them. What about this one? Oh, hello. Well, here's another... This is familiar looking. I mean, that's obviously not the trade I would make, because that would just undo my previous thingy and get me back to equilibrium. So yeah, there's a second instance of this in the previous level. So one way or another, I'm going to take one of these 2. I don't think I can take both. Like, to so heavily prioritize green over yellow? Here I took the Greckle route. That's fine. My policy for Greckles in this reroute is going to be spend them early, spend them freely, never ever worry about money. That is my cheapest resource, and least valuable. Okay, yeah, so I'm looking at this reroute, and what I'm seeing is that I do not benefit from key changes. I think this is just going to be my key inventory at the end. Yeah, nothing looks like I want to change my key use here. But the invisibility potion. Where did I end up using it? It was here to bypass the rock giant, claim the defense, and then, since I didn't have a sword, I couldn't initiate combat. So I had to uninvis to actually do this, but I had that a little early, not as early as I could have. Taking it earlier, though, probably means fewer stats. Okay, so do I have any good intermediate saves that I can just do some testing with here? Taking green key trade, nope. Deep within Valeshko Forest. Early shop, late shop. I see that I've already been to the end in this save. Here I have not, and I don't have the blue key. This is probably about the best one. Reroute testing. That's how long it took me to spell that word. Okay, so I don't have a lot of health. I do have an invisibility potion, though. I do have the requisite yellow keys to get in there. I need to kill that goblin, and I need health to do so. The state of the world is such that... Where was I getting that health from? Already took that. I never ended up opening this. Did I have a better target? I must have. Now hold on, what's with this save? Did I undo it and do something else? Because this save doesn't seem like it's in a good state. Maybe I went here and took this immediately. Yeah, it must have been it. Okay, so let's say I did that. I've already cleaned out all of this stuff, which I don't actually like. I think I want to go back to before this has happened. I want that shield gem before touching any of this. So I want to go farther back. It's going to be real hard to figure things out, but yeah, I'm going to have to. This is probably the best point. So reroute testing 2. This is the state of that. This door is open. Great. This is about right for what I want. Let me just check if there's any business I think I'm doing here prior to other things. Okay, this puff. Does 10 attack exist? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like no. 10 attack does not exist, therefore that puff is never improving, therefore I have 0 reason to wait on it. That puff wasn't over here. Where am I? Ah! Here. That's a profit of 200, and that's all it is. Well, it's Greckles, too. Okay, so your theory is already ready to be tried out. Funny, I pushed those and then walked out of this room and stepped on that checkpoint. I guess I decided I needed more health before doing this. Reasonable. Now, there's definitely no defense back here. And no attack either. I've gotten all the stats prior to this. There's that big gem, but don't be too taken in by that. What I want to do... Okay, so you... A +2 would be nice for this goblin, but I think it's impossible unless I get that, which I would get late. So no, I'm just taking you at 340. Yeah, that's another reason I was taken in by the other thing. I do have a yellow key in my pocket, which is great. But check this out. Well, those things go away. This is a bunch of Greckles I'm sacrificing. Which concerns me somewhat. Ah, shoot, I can't start a fight. If only. It's a bunch of Greckles I'm sacrificing. Am I okay with that? Well, that's why this is a test run. I might be. Wait, hold on. At my current stats... Those are never improving, so I need a bunch of health. I need a bunch of health to take this, but again, those are never improving. Except I will get some defense for this. This didn't help as much as I hoped, because I don't have now an invisibility potion to go through here. So let's try a different thing. Although now, hold on a second. So I have this green key that I need to hold on to. If I got 2 yellows to go in here, also I can claim this, but I'd rather not yet. If I got 2 yellows to go in there, where would they come from? Oh, wait. There is 10 attack. Hold on, a few things change. Okay, reroute testing 2. The +2 was for a goblin. Here. Multipliers times 2. Goblins drop how many Greckles? 6. Multiplier is 2. I need to open this Greckle gate. Getting this blue key that early doesn't help me that much, though. So the reroute I actually want is that I don't use invisibility here, but I do use it here. The main thing is to go up that way prior to any of this path. Have the 20 defense for all of this stuff. Ignore the 6. Sounds pretty good. Now Goblin, yeah, you're at +2, so if I buy the 2 attack from wherever the heck it is now, it's not this far down. It's in this room. So get that now. Right, I get some money here. Now none of these are close to thresholds. No. So right, remember, this will improve, because 8 more attack does exist. Let's recount. 1, 2, because I missed that before. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, yes, okay. So avoid fighting puffs where possible. Here it's not possible. I'm short on health. By kind of a lot. This is a good cache. This is pretty good. Oh, but that'll improve by so very much. Like, that can be zeroed. Route Golem, I could buy my way to another 108 improvement. I think I'd probably do that. Take the 3 hits. Get those yellow keys. Use them here. Use that health to claim the 20 defense, right? Let's just look at other possible options. You exist, and you're pretty cool. Cooler than this one, actually. But you also will be 0. Now, there's also this puff. But puffs will improve when I have all the attack. There's 1 yellow key here. I need 2. I can buy 1 directly. You will improve. This is kind of deep into a place that I need a lot of health for. Here's a 2,000. How many of these am I going to be misted for? Some. But this is the prize I want, and I'm using the invisibility potion to just go behind you. Oh hey, I can see the number. That's nice. Because I bought a little bit of attack and got over your 80 defense. Okay. Looking at my options, I am not seeing any that improve upon this choice. That gets me real close. Wait, no, not that choice. I don't have to get that close to 0. I'm gonna hope I don't have to worry about money here, and that the fight's on the way. I better check that. Well, I'll do 0 fights in this room. No, I have a money problem now. Ah, which means... Hold up, I want to undo what I just did. Well, actually, what that means... is that I'm gonna have to be fighting some... Okay. You know what? This is actually super interesting, what's happening right now. So right. This now, I end up with 21 Greckles.
Oh,
The constraints I'm trying to solve are... I need the 21 Greckles for this. Wait, but I'm not invisibling through this room, so I am getting Greckles here. Okay, so don't worry about this Greckle gate. Just about your health. Improve the golem, forget the puff. Forget the tar babies. The plus 20 in a moment will make taking 6 more damage per hit compared to getting this first worth it, is the theory. So, I do, however, require some health. Right, so because the Greckles were not such an issue, because I am fighting in that room because that's not where I'm invisibling, I do buy this. Okay. Then I fight the golem. Take those keys, use them on the big health. Great. If I'm in need of Greckles or health, I'll fight tar babies about it. Going this way, since it leads to the 20 defense, feels better if I... Okay, I'm gonna... In case I decide this is a good point, but later is not, then I can do something about that. The optimal way to do that looked like this. And I think don't touch the antlions? Yeah. There was that changing number. I am on the latest RPG 2 as of last time I said something about it. So if that was a... If there was ever a bug fix for that, it hadn't happened by last time I updated. Alright, 21 Greckles, look at that! Oh, well, yeah, look at that. That's 21 more than I need. Well, I can buy a yellow key with that much. I have a blue key, I can claim the 20 defense now. Perfect. And since I can't fight these... Oh, well, I need another 21. Got it. Okay. Right. I forgot about these two. So, what that means is I should spend my things as efficiently as I can, which is going to mean fewest hits. That's 4 hits. Get that and I save a lot. Like, so much. Wait. 23 times 4. Yeah, so I save 80 per tar baby. Compared to a goblin, where I also save 80. Okay, compared to this puff, where I save nothing, but attack can save me eventually? What I need is not health, but Greckles. But being in need of Greckles right now is incredibly inconvenient. I think that's telling me buying this to make the golem cheaper actually lost me health. A second golem was involved. But what did it cost in its mist status? Whoops. $216. Can't improve. So by losing the one hit of... whatever the heck that was. By taking that hit... I save more by getting the... I do take this attack, but not the next one. I save more by getting the 20 defense quicker.
Wow, this...
And I can do this now because I haven't touched the goblin yet. Touch the goblin. Gave it the touch of death. Do this stuff. Puff is not changed by my attack stat, and now I have 41 Greckles. And just like 108 less health or something like that. I can buy this now.
This golem is gigantic.
I certainly have no interest in just fully skipping this fight, right? No. I do not have interest in fully skipping this fight. I would love to fight you in my invisible state, but I cannot. Okay. So, here we go. I have claimed my 20 defense early. Now, you are looking really cheap. You can... hold on, how much attack is available? I don't think it's 7, I think it's 6. 1, 2. Mud babies are zeroed! That's nice. There are not a lot of mud babies left, but there's some. 384. Well, yeah, because I'm not standing in mist. And I got the 20 before you. Oh yeah, this is... okay, I believe this is a significant improvement to my Flavesco Forest run. You will not improve with anything except defense, and the only defense left is here and here. I will be in need of a yellow key for this, and I do that before I touch you, I think? Actually, how do I do this room? I will need Greckles. Okay, 20 Greckle for the 6 defense, which is my next major target. But there are minor targets along the way. Power thresholds for golems. +2, how annoying. Can't mist you without misting myself. So you will be unmisted. Therefore, I definitely want the +2. Which, theoretically would come from here. No, that one would come from this room, I think. What, past another golem? No, past the eye. Then I gotta fight these first. Ah, these cannot be improved because... on my route, I don't fight them prior to picking this up. So yeah, I think this is my next room. Despite that 6 defense looking so appealing, I think it's better to do it this way. Because I can't get the 6 defense now. I don't have the money or the key. And this room will provide both. Okay. Leave this exactly as no. Move it aside 1. Move it aside 1. For this one, leave it as it is and kill... not yet. Right, I'll move this aside 1 in that direction. Shoot, I'm a little short on health here. Okay. Therefore, I'm required to take a trade that's less good than it could be if I had just a tiny bit more. However, it can only potentially improve by 12 at the most. You're the wrong one to touch. This is fine. If I'd saved 12, I could save 12 more. That's kind of how this works. Now, hold on. What about you? 3 hits. 11. Was 12 the number that I needed to save? I'm not sure. But anyway, this feels right to me. So now, here I should be able to do this room without losing too much of anything. The order looks like this. I forgot to move a mirror. Now I have lots of health, that's fantastic. Golem and Mad Eye can be done in whatever order. Which one hits me more times? 2 and 3. The Eye does, therefore it will improve more, except... yes, that remains true. So I take this fight, and since you're misted, you don't improve with 2 more attacks, so this golem fight is fine. That's already optimal. Great. There's a zeroed mud baby here I have zero reason not to fight. These may improve. But yeah, so I'll take the free Greckles where I can. Now I have 31 right now. 22... I have a yellow key. This goblin won't improve any further unless I'm behind it. I saw that number go down. I think my path is good right now. I'd rather not touch you yet. Got the money. Do I mess with these? I forget the answer. I think it's no? Because misting that goblin helps literally not at all. And the other parts of this will not be misted. Let's make sure of that, I guess. Or can I get this one to... I remember this room being full of trickery, but that was on a route when I was misting things? So since the mist doesn't affect the goblin, I can come down here and manipulate the mirror and fight those if that's what I want to do. Let's see, from the not the back, you look like that. From the back, you look like this. I think all of this is the way to go. That all seems right to me. And, just like that, tar babies are zeroed. Okay. I take no damage going in here and back out. Now, let's do a proper comparison. I believe that went as it needed to go. To do a proper comparison, killing both of these would result in the golem being misted. Doing it the other way would result in the other right, so if you're misted... Ah, but that would mean I would have to... Okay, hang on. So whichever way I go, the thing that I'm targeting will get misted. And so will I. So if I do it this way around... At the end of the room I have... Oof. 1299 health. If I do it the other way around... It's an easy comparison to make. I now have 1402. Alright, well clearly this way around is better. Don't even gotta look any closer at the numbers because that just tells me everything I need to know right there. Cool. Okay. So there's the boss fight to do. I'm in no hurry. Is there still 4 attacks somewhere? I think there is. There's some here and there's some here. I have all the defense. You cannot improve without the gem that's behind you, so it's time for that already. Okay. How do the water skippers look? They're antlions. They are 20 each. I may take their money? Probably not. But it's not impossible that could become a good idea. I will buy this now. And since I'm here, I'll buy this now. You have already improved as much as you're ever going to... Is that true? Hold up. Yes. So that becomes a profit of 400. I can get into the treasure crypt now. I really doubt I want to spend the speed potion on this level, although it is interesting that that would be an option. I wonder if secretly, somehow, spending an accessory on the level where it's found would end up making sense. Okay, so level is clear, essentially. I got this cleanup to do. I will buy that key, because it'd be ridiculous not to. I'll fight my way to those keys, because it'd be ridiculous not to. This has monsters I cannot fight. This is a potion I won't be taking. And it's not possible, actually. Why am I a yellow key short? Am I a yellow key short? Dead Run, Forest, and Checkpoint had... No, 4002. This is the correct number of yellow keys. Alright, so I do this fight. The fight is done. You do only 2,000.
It wasn't so scary after all.
And my health total is much better.
It would appear.
I saved about 600-ish. And I mean, that can snowball. Right, so that is the end of the level. I don't take those, I don't take those, I don't take that, I don't take that, I don't take that. Ooh. Hello, zeroed monsters. Don't forget them. I probably forgot them on my last run. Antlions are not zeroed. Do I want to take 20 damage to get how many Greckles? 3? I really doubt it. I do not think 20 damage is worth 3 Greckles. Or the other way around, however you want to parse that. I wonder if I cleaned this up before. I'll bet I forgot it. It was a red room, which I'm less likely to look at than gold ones.
What's going on here?
Alright, so, got my skeleton key, got my speed potion, and so here's my point of comparison. Better Run Forest End has 9... Okay, so... 927, gonna be the same stats and keys, compared to Dead Run Forest End, which had 370, same stats and keys, and fewer Greckles. Okay, so I have definitively, measurably improved my Fulvesco Forest run. So I'm just gonna hope the extra health and couple extra Greckles... It's only 3, interestingly. Extra health, extra Greckles, hopefully will get me through next time. So, next time we're gonna do a warehouse? Yeah, warehouse is next. Warehouse reroutes.